Volleyball is growing to become a very popular and well-known sport. I played volleyball for many years and know the sport very well. According to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, the word volley originated in the 16th century from the French word volley, which means flight. And volley comes from the word voler, which means to fly. In the English language, volley was known as volley of arrows or volley of shot. In the mid-19th century, the word became known as hitting a ball in motion in sports like tennis or volleyball. It is described as making contact with the ball before it bounces or hits the ground. The sport of volleyball was named in 1895 by William Morgan. Volleyball is most commonly known when hearing the word volley, but volley can also be described as a large number of bullets being fired at the same time. Playing the sport of volleyball for many years helped me to develop a strong and close community. You become so close with your teammates from spending many days of the week together, along with many weekends in a row. The definition of the word volley really corresponds with the sport. You and the members of your team come together and volley the volleyball to keep it in the air. You have to have a strong relationship and community among your players to succeed best at that. A meta line describes the word volley as a hit of the ball in flight, which is completely accurate in the game of volleyball. The sport of volleyball originated in 1895 in Massachusetts by William Morgan. He came up with the idea for people who didn't quite like the dynamics of the sport of basketball. The ball in volleyball comes from basketball, the net comes from the sport tennis, and the idea of using your hands comes from the sport handball. Ultimately, the YMCA Physical Directors Association came up with a new lighter and smaller ball to use, which was decided on in 1900. The first championships for volleyball were in 1949 for men and 1952 for women. Volleyball made its Olympic debut in the 1964 Tokyo Games and is now a part of the Summer Olympics every 4 years. Now, in the present year, the sport women's volleyball has reached new heights in popularity. The NCAA Volleyball Association says, "The game of women's volleyball is perhaps one of the most entertaining, technical, and immersive games sports to both compete in and enjoy as a spectator. There has been an average of 2.1 million viewers, which is an 115 increase for those watching the national championships over the past few years." Volley also means to strike a ball in mid-air, which in terms of volleyball would be the hitter's job. A hitter is a volleyball position in which they hit or spike the ball over the net. They are typically taller and up at the net, who then run and jump in the air to hit the ball and change its path across the other side of the net. When I played club volleyball, I was a right side hitter. I played on the right side up at the net and in the back right corner. I had to learn and practice my approach as well as the correct way my hand should contact the ball during the volley. Right after you contact the ball, you have to follow through, then immediately return and focus on the next play. Overall, I am very familiar with the sport volleyball because of the volleyball I played growing up. Volleyball was an escape and comfort to me because I always had so much fun playing and becoming friends with my teammates. Because of my experience playing volleyball, I am very familiar with the word volley.